because, if it was ever wrong, it'd be a recipe for disaster with what I'm trying to do here, which is all good. My intentions are pure. Like, as you said, I'm not looking for financial gain or even fame.
Okay, my next question. Since you were talking about aliens and demons,
yeah.
We talk a lot about supernatural religion here. We talk about religion here on this show. So where do you? Okay, where I'm going with this is Satan, Lucifer, the devil. Are aliens from outer space, or are these aliens have always been underground, or are there aliens visiting us as well? Are there more than one?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, I was raised Catholic, baptized and everything.
And I told you I was too.
The thing is,
Me too.
The Pope is at cloning. The ex-Pope is at cloning. There's bishops at cloning. There's cardinals from the Vatican that are at cloning, like a lot of them. And they sit around. Some of them participate in nasty things, just from what I've seen. Maybe all of them do. I've only seen a few doing things. But they all sit around. They all get told what to do. They know all about aliens. They've spoken to them there. There's ones from underground. There's a lot of stuff underground. Like, I'm not certain of everything that's down there, though, because I haven't been down there. Like, I've been in bases and stuff, but I never ran around in caverns and Hollow Earth or anything. But they say that that's what it's like, but, I'd have to have things proven to me before I believe anything. But I didn't know, but there are things from space, too. A lot of the aliens are lizard in biology, but there's I've met 6 or 7 different kinds that are just lizard kind. But the thing is, there's birds and lizards are very closely related, and there's a certain kind, these Anunnakis, right? They have different names too, draconians and everything. Some of them are half bird, half lizard. This is what David Wilcox was saying, that he was going to lie too. He never ever comes back at me and tries to say that, I'm making this up about him. Me and him met there. We spoke. I spoke to many of these truthers, and there's a lot of them there. They wanted me to be all down in this plan where, well, some of them want to do the right thing and tell the truth about everything, but they'd be killed, right? A lot of them have seen aliens. Like David Wilcock has seen this really, really tall lizard bird type that says that his name is Ammon Ray. People think that I thought it was Ammon Ra my entire life. It's not. He told me himself, it's Ray. I told him, I'm like, it sounds so much cooler being Ra, though. He goes, it's Ray, though. He doesn't have much of a sense of humor.
Is that the bird one that you see in the, what is it, the blue, the head of a bird and a body of a...
Oh, yeah, that's not an accurate depiction. I should have had, maybe some pictures done or something, but there's an accurate picture of him himself and other ones. There are these ancient Sumerian rock carvings that are really, really detailed, and they look just like that. Now, mind you, some of them look more bird, and some of them look more lizard. And some of them are a mix of the two. Some of them have a big beak like that, but some of them have a elongated snout with a small little beak on the end. It looks really weird. And when they get old, because they live way longer than humans, because lizard physiology lives longer, when they get old, they get really, really ugly. And the thing is, they're ashamed of their appearance, right? They even put some old ones, what old ones look like, in the movie called The Dark Crystal, with that Jim Henson made.
Oh, I remember that.
Those Skeksis.
Yeah.
They end up looking like those Skeksis. Their feathers come out, they fall out, and the gravity is hard on them. They get all stooped over like that, and they look just like that when they're old. Some worse than others, but they put different stuff in movies all the time. There's something that kind of resembles a drill type 1, the sleaze stack or something.
Oh man, I was just, dude, I was just thinking down to the lost. I was going to bring it up to you right now.
Yeah, they got those pointy things in the middle of their head. That's
Right.
supposed to be like representing the proboscis thing that comes out that goes in people's eye.
Oh my God.
By the way, that's why they cover up the eye. By the way, there.
Oh,
See,
the
after
Illuminati
that happens,
eye.
The eye covering thing the Illuminati does, and then they go, shh.
Yeah.
Now you know the reason they're doing that. It's like, don't get the thing in your eye, and shh. Don't tell anybody you know about the things that stick the things in your eye, because you might get a thing in your eye.
And
Or you kill.
there's a movie star that he did a movie and his eye was all jacked up.
Yeah.
Man, what was his
Nicolas
name?
Cage?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, and
Yeah, he had to do the entire movie with one of his eyeballs like blown out from a gunshot wound or something.
right, yeah.
Now, the reason he did that, it's not
he
even
hasn't-
like
he
that
hasn't been
anymore.
the
So
same.
maybe he's a clone all the time now. But when they do this, when the Bro Type 1 take over a person and do that in the eye, sometimes, not every time, sometimes it makes the eye, well, the brain and back of the eye swells, right? And then sometimes permanently, one of the eyes will become a little bit bugged out and more pronounced than the other one, which happens sometimes to people anyway. Sometimes some people just aren't totally symmetrical.
Right.
But,
Bill Cosby,
With him, his eye was bulged out. Like, he
Yeah.
couldn't have been able to do the movie like that. And so they came up with that and did that. Will become a little bit bugged out and more pronounced than the other one, which happens sometimes to people anyway. Sometimes some people just aren't totally symmetrical.
Right.
But
Bill Cosby,
with him, his eye was bulged out. Like, he
Yeah.
couldn't have been able to do the movie like that. And so they came up with that and did that. But it's
I had a couple of things in chat. There's somebody, they were saying in these centers there's dead stars, like people that's been dead, like the Beatles, and there'll be the live Beatles and the dead Beatles, and they're there, right?
yeah.
Are the dead
met a
ones
lot of them.
are they clone like say Elvis or something? Are they the clone of Elvis or the Beatle or Michael Jackson or whatever? Or are they
Well,
just
That's the third important aspect or topic of what I wanted to tell you guys. There's a way to cheat death, but it's flawed. They discovered this, like billionaires, even in ancient Egyptian times, they wanted to figure out how to cheat death, live forever, because billionaires can't take the money with them. So they wanted to live forever. So, a bunch of billionaires got together, hired on like 10,000 scientists, and got them to figure out how to perfect this cloning stuff so they could live again. But living in a clone is not as good. You're not mentally stable as a clone. That's why they have these handlers, babysitters, right? So they don't freak out. And but there's something else they figured out. You must have heard people that saying they have microchips in their heads and stuff.
right, chip head?
Like one of this people, what was her name? Crazy girl movie star said something about she had a chip in her head. Well, a bunch of them did, really. And it's true. But there's different kinds of chips. There's not only one chip. There's different chips with different functions. And the most important one that they got is what they call the Soul Stone chip. Now, they can record your consciousness, everything that you are, basically. They can record it on this microchip, size of an apple seed. Now, they can take this chip, and what they used to do is drill a hole in the back of a person's head, and then put the chip on a stainless steel rod, and have a rangefinder and like a half compass so they can tell the angle and everything. And they go into us, they push it in through the back of the head, through that drilled hole, through the brain tissue, which is brain damaging, obviously.
Right.
And then it gets to a certain depth, and then the chip is left there. And then they just get like a remote control, like the one you would see from like a TV or something, it looks like. They point that at the person and press a button. Well, they then become that person. Like, they can body snatch that way. Just in a different way than what I was telling you about the lizards that body snatch.
Right.
This is a technological way to body snatch, and the other one is a biological.